Hey YouTube, it's your girl Taja with Taja Talks and Pretty Plus Nation. Okay, I want to talk about the Republic Convention. Yesterday I watched it, and I watched some of it the day before. And I was listening to Ryan's his address or whatever. And I was like, okay, I liked what he was saying. Politicians, they say a lot of things. Some of them fall through with what they're saying. Some of them don't. But just how you have to take it. And I was listening to some things on the radio and stuff like that, and they were saying that calling like Mia Love and Condoleezza Rice like Uncle Tom's and all this other stuff. And I'm like, hold up, how can you call these people that? Their backstory is more like my backstory than Obama's, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Romney, and Ryan's backstory is more like mine than Obama's. And I'm just trying to understand, why can't people understand it? And when I say people, I'm talking about my people, black people. For some odd reason, it's like if you're black, you're Democrat. I was a Democrat. I don't really know what I am now because I'm undecided, because it seems like I've been bamboozled and hoodwinked my whole life. It's like being Democrat, it's like driven in you since day one, since the day you was born. I can give you a perfect example. Okay, this was back when I was in the second grade, and Reagan, I don't remember who he was running against. Would have to look it up. Anyway, he was running for a term, and we had a little mock election in elementary, and I voted for Reagan. I don't know why I did this. Hell, I was 6 or 7 years old. And when I got in the car, I said, Mom, we had an election and I voted for Reagan. And she's like, what? What? Oh my God. You vote Democrat. You don't never vote Republican. I'm like, why? And even way back then, couldn't give me an example. She's like, that's just the way it is. So my whole life, that's pretty much what's been driven into my head. But as I'm able to read and listen and research, I'm finding out that things ain't what they appear. And it's sad that that's the way it is. And if you try to have a discussion with anybody on politics and being a Democrat, oh my God, it's like I was almost stoned. I am not lying, just for bringing up my opinion and some views and stating some facts. And when you talk about Obama, man, you might get ready for war, because you about to go to war, because they don't want to hear. Don't you say nothing bad about Obama. You just cannot. And I voted for him. But when you state the facts and what's going on and what the economy is and all this and that, I'm tired of hearing people say, well, he had to fix the economy because Bush messed it up. Come on. It wasn't this. The facts are the facts. It wasn't this bad when Bush was in office. And I know I'm going to take a lot of flack for saying this, but it's the truth. And if you want to call me Uncle Tom, call me Uncle Tom. Really, that is like the funniest thing. I am the most blackest person that's stand behind by people and everything. So Uncle Tom for me, that's just crazy. But these are the facts, and you can read them, you can look them up. They're online, but they refuse to even do that. They don't want to do that, and the facts are stated. And if you just look them up, you will see that. But they will not do that. So I'm pretty much done with talking. You're gonna always have the blind walkers that'll never open up their eyes and ears and see things for what they are. They're just gonna keep going in the direction that we've been going in, and believing what we've been told our whole lives, that obviously is not true. But I'm just like, oh my God. And then when you try to ask them why is it, they can't even give you a valid reason on why. They have nothing, but how can you argue with nothing? If you're gonna argue, you at least need to have something to back up what you say, a good rebuttal, but you don't even have that. So I don't know. We just have to see how this thing gonna go and how this is gonna play out, and all of this and all of that. But anyway, this has been my little old rant. This has been Taja with Taja Talks. It's not great, but it's good. Later.